What's up, Panther Nation? It's Jaxson Stevens here. I'm here on Tea Time with.
I'm Mr. Harris.
Starting off, Mr. Harris, where were you born?
I was born in Morgantown, West Virginia.
And what would life look like there?
Well, I grew up on a dirt road in
Hmm.
a very small house and rode a school bus to school. And when it snowed, we'd have to walk down the hill to catch the bus at the bottom of the hill, but we
Oh,
still went to school. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed growing up there in West Virginia. And then I moved to Tennessee eighth grade year, and I've loved being here ever since.
what do you teach?
I teach world history, mainly freshmen. I've taught all the history classes here and all the grades, but for
Hmm.
the past, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, I teach only freshmen world history.
And what got you into history in the first place?
Really, I've just always had an interest in history. I didn't really realize how much of an interest that was till I got to college. And the classes, the history classes, I always did well in, and they were easy for me when I was taking them early on as electives. And so I kind of realized that that might be a good major for me to major in. And yeah,
Okay.
I think what has happened in history a lot of times it's stranger than fiction. It's crazier than something you could even make up, and so that's why I like it.
And yeah. Um, so what advice would you have for any people like pursuing a history career? Maybe becoming a historian or something like that.
Well, the main thing, and you may not like to hear this, but it's the truth. You need to do very well in your English classes. You need to do
Hmm.
very well in your history classes. You need to understand. It's a lot of reading and writing, a lot of reading multiple texts and finding similar themes across multiple texts, a lot of analyzing, um, a lot of summarizing, huge documents. Um, and so you have to be willing to, to put in the work as far as reading and as far as organizing your thoughts for writing papers. Those are things that are essential in getting a history degree or studying history. Is just being willing to put your nose in a book and stick to it.
So switching gears here. Do you have a favorite sports to watch?
Oh yeah, you know that. I'm a huge Pittsburgh Steelers fan.
Mm,
In fact, I got to go to my first Steeler game this past Monday or past Sunday, so that was pretty awesome. I was real excited about that.
what was it like there? How was it?
It was amazing. It was tons of fun. They beat the Browns, and I went from going to one game thinking that would be enough, and now it's like I want to go to all the games. I
Oh.
don't think it's possible, but yeah, it was a great atmosphere, and I really enjoyed it.
Um, what type of music do you listen to?
I'm a rock and roll fan. I like
Okay.
all kinds of rock and roll though, not just old classic rock. I really listen to mainly contemporary rock and roll, new rock. I like bands that are still out touring right now, bands I go see in concert. I like other types of music. I like bluegrass, uh, soul, and funk, and jazz, but basically it's all some sort of rock and roll music.
Would you like to name some of those bands for us that you like?
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, there's so many you probably never heard of, like White Denim and Mo and the Rugged Nuggets, and yeah, there's some odd ones. Of course, I like all the classic rocks. Led Zeppelin, you can't go wrong with that, and Chili Peppers, and when I was a kid, Nirvana was really big when I was in middle school, and I loved them. Pearl Jam, yeah, I've been to lots and lots of concerts, and I like basically any style of rock and roll.
Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Harris. I think that's gonna wrap it up here today on LCTV.
All right, thank you much, Jackson. Have a good day.
You too.